Rhapsody, your friendly neighborhood growth hacker, aka the Reverend Dr. Rhapsody, aka Mr. Transformer, aka Rhapsody Barrero, here with another video. And it's called, as they call it in Force Recon in the Marine Corps, improvise, adapt, overcome. So my previous setup wound up getting broken because it fell off the table and one of the legs broke off of the thing. And the previous version of me, the unenlightened version of me, would have simply found some glue or put some tape around it, did a make do, and just hooked it up and let that be that and work from there. However, I found out that in accordance to whoever, I don't even remember where I got it from, but it makes sense energetically that is not helpful to your situation, because energetically what you're telling yourself if you do that is that you don't deserve to be operating with functioning equipment. This is not true. So today I went to try to see about getting a new camera and a new microphone. I tried it out. I didn't like it. After I leave here, I'm going to see if I can find something at Walmart that'll get the job done. Anyway, so that's why I'm coming to you with the last remaining piece from the previous equipment, the lighting that I've only used like one or two other times. And I'm coming to you from inside my pantry because that's all that makes sense to me right now. Anyway, so for today, first of all, we are down to the last 2 days of Alpha Core number 1 at Rippaverse.com, RIPPAVERSE.com. Go pick up your Alpha Core number 1. Go pick up some merchandise. The quality of the posters is ridiculous. The quality of the beanie is awesome. And you get neat stuff like this Ingrid Valdez sweatshirt. There's an Alpha Core t-shirt as well. And all kinds of neat and wonderful stuff going on at Rippaverse.com. That's RIPPAVERSE.com. And what we're going to talk about today is, and I was thinking about making a different word for it. I was thinking about it, but then I feel like when you do that, it's like you solidify the situation and there's like no room for growth or no room for possible exit from the situation. Like how they broke down the word involuntarily celibate to incel. So if they say you're an incel and you accept that you're an incel, then you're like, oh, I'm an incel. That's just the way I'm going to have to live the rest of my life. I'll have to pay for hookers or buy sex dolls if I want to get relief from myself because regular girls won't want to play with me. As opposed to thinking like, oh, I'm an incel and I'm overweight. I should probably go to the gym. Or I'm an incel. I'm a broke bee. Maybe I ought to look into acquiring some more skills, some more profitable skills. Maybe I might see about seriously putting effort into that business that I've been thinking about for so long and growing myself financially. Because at the end of the day, if you're an incel, unless you're like really short, and even those guys, like if you're funny, that'll get you a lot of mileage. But even those guys, if you're an incel, there are ways out. You do not have to label yourself as such. I'm putting my hand in here, but I don't label myself that way at all, ever. But that's me. That's me. If that's your challenge, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at me. Okay? Please understand that. And it's all about improving yourself, growing yourself. And one more time, one of the things that I got from the years of dating coaching from Jason Capital is one of the things to attract women is self-amusement. So just instead of worrying about what she thinks, about what she's going to say, think about what's going on that you find funny, that you find entertaining, and comment on that. And that'll blow her mind that you're not just focused on her and her little world and whatever little thing she's got going on. You're like, yeah, that's there, but look at that over there. That's weird. Like so. Okay, but what I'm talking about really, it's all about putting the focus on you. Because if you put the focus on you, if you work on building yourself up, the most important thing occurs. The most important thing is you get to feel better about you. When you feel better about you, if you were lacking friends, you will collect friends just like by osmosis, because you're out there doing stuff, involving yourself in the community, or just, going to the gym or joining a club or what have you. If you grow yourself, you have a greater appreciation for yourself. When you have a greater appreciation for yourself, there's a whole lot of crap that you're just not going to deal with. You're not. Just like, okay, currently my situation, trying to figure out if these last two dating sites that I'm dealing with are actually for real. And I'm starting to think that one of them might be and one of them might not be, but we'll find out after probably a week or so. Anyway, but my thing is like, if someone comes to me with a question or a statement regarding, like I had this one chick that actually told me she wanted me to rate her from 1 to 5. She got no response because I don't have time to help you feel better about you. That's your job. That's your job. If you don't think you're a 5, you need to get busy about the business of becoming a 5. Until then, you're left at the behest of the common man, and the common man, unfortunately, will tell you whatever you want to hear just so he can get a little kitty cat. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Okay. So we're clear on that. So, for my incel boys out there, build yourself. Work on yourself. You're worth it. That thing that you've been thinking about doing, you have no idea where that's going to take you. And you'll never know where that's going to take you if you don't do the work, put the work into the thing to have it grow, to have it blossom, to have it be seen by the world, and then to be appreciated by the world. You'll have people coming to you from all over the world saying, thank you, I'm so glad you did this. I've been thinking about this, or I've been hoping for something like this to support me in my present condition. And here you are dropping this knowledge. Here you are dropping this idea. Here you are dropping this app. Here you are dropping this program that's helping me in my situation. And I'm so grateful to you for taking the time to put it together and do it. And that's the way it happens. That's literally the way it happens. Oh, man. Okay, so my original talk, that was actually a tangent. Here we go. The original talk. Kill me. All right, the original talk was, oh yeah, by the way, if somebody ever says that I killed myself, I didn't kill myself. I just said something that somebody didn't like and they took me out, okay? There you go. All right, the original topic. We'll get there, hang on. The original topic is a little thing that we like to call, I came across it in the recovery community because I am actually part of it or sometimes fall prey to it. Not so much anymore because, like I say, I've done a lot of growth, I've done a lot of work, and have increased my value to myself as a person. But for those who haven't done that yet, you might find yourself falling into a position that we like to call megalomania with an inferiority complex. Let that sink in case it's you. If it's not you, I bet real money you know somebody who is. And after all is said and done, it's still all about you. Focusing on you. You are the greatest thing that has ever walked the planet, or you are the lowest form of whale scum that has ever existed. In either case, you're either the tippity top or the bibbity bottom. Newsflash! You probably have some really, really good characteristics about you. You've probably got some really good skills that you could hone to become something truly great. You've also got a lot of things you could probably do some work on, you know what I'm saying? A lot of work you can do. You got some issues that require some work. Guess what that makes you? That makes you like everybody else just right here. For now. And that's okay. It's okay to be right here, right now. The name of the game is you have to get a grip on reality. And the reality is you're just right here like everybody else. Like like Dexter Yeager from Amway used to say, you're the top of the bottom of the top, the cream of the crap. And you can grow from that. You don't have to stay here. It's boring to stay here. It's depressing to stay here, especially when you see other people, other places, doing things, growing, putting in the work, getting the results. That tells you that if you put in the work, you will get the results. Until you put in the work, you will not get the results, and you will wind up depressed. In this case, you're not clinically depressed. It's your subconscious's way of telling you that you are not doing what you should be doing right now. So you need to get up off your dead ass and get busy doing what you need to do right now, even if it's something small. Okay, I was going to say just write a plan, but oh my goodness. I literally recently in the cleaning of our garage threw away years of notes from years of plans that I had put together that I had never put any energy behind. It's silly. But at the time, I felt like I was doing something, and I actually was, at the time. Had I pursued, then there would be some fruit from all these plans. If not, then they're just a bunch of words on a piece of paper that you don't ever look at again. Never mind, God forbid, you actually take action on it and see about what can happen. Okay, regarding taking action. A lot of people get scared about it. It's okay. It's okay to be afraid about it. You're afraid about it because it's uncharted territory. And that's all that is once again your unconscious mind keeping you alive. The uncharted territory is not something that it has a history of, so it doesn't have a history of you surviving it. So the subconscious mind's job is keeping you alive, making sure that you survive. So what you need to understand is that that's all that is. And it's okay. It's natural, it's normal. But it's not a reason to not do anything. It's not a reason to stop if you start and run into a bump. Because what the name of the game is, move forward, keep moving forward, keep taking steps. If you hit a bump in the road, if you hit a block in the road, pivot. Move forward, keep taking steps. Keep taking steps. If you hit a bump, if you hit a wall, you pivot. And you move forward. And you keep taking steps. And you keep taking steps. And this sounds silly, but I will have you know, I recently found out, this is very interesting. Did you know that a plane leaving from New York, I always go New York to LA because to me that's like the two longest distances in the country. If you get on a plane going from New York to LA, that plane is on course. Oh, I'm sorry. That plane is off course 95% of the trip. 95% of the trip. That's why we talk about course corrections. That's why we talk about pivoting. If you find yourself in the weeds somewhere, you pivot. Get back on the road. You get on the road. If you see there was a landslide and now there's a bunch of rocks in the road, pivot through some forest, find your way back to the road, and get back on the road. Step by step by step by step, motion by motion by motion by motion, action by action by action by action. Before you know it, you'll start to see some fruit. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of fruit. It can be just a little bit of fruit. It depends on what you're working on. Ideally, you want to be working on a high ticket item because that way you have less of the item to sell, to market, to get to clients, to be able to get to the number that you're trying to hit. And most people, or a lot of people would say, I can't sell something super expensive. Who would buy it? And that brings us to the law of niching. Niche down specifically, deeply into the core of whatever you're doing. You get that thing as small as you can get it, and there's a market for that. Not only is there a market for that, there's a market for that that will pay for that. So, like, you want to think that, you want to say doctors, that's not a niche. That's a general category. Chiropractors, you're getting warm. Chiropractors that work in sports medicine, getting really warm. Chiropractors that work in sports medicine that deal specifically with orthopedics and the need for limb replacement, let's say, that's about where you need to be. And you can even get further. Chiropractors who deal with sports, who deal with orthopedics, who deal with limb replacement, and their specialty is hands and feet. That's a niche. So that was the example that I gave you for getting to a niche in whatever category that you're working in to get you to the point where you can put together a product and get yourself some marketing specifically to that crowd. You're not trying to sell to everybody because the rule is if you're selling to everybody, you're selling to nobody. I mean, you could sell it to everybody if you can get your stuff on the shelf at Walmart. And again, that brings us back to the small profit margin, because what you're selling at Walmart is going to be a low price item. When I talk about a high ticket item, high ticket items start between $1,500 and $2,500. And normally it's a program. Unless you got some super highfalutin app that's going to help your audience, then it can be an app. It's fine. Or it could be one-on-one coaching. It depends on whatever your chosen path might be. Oh man, so I'm saying all that to say this. Alpha Core number 1, closing out on Saturday. There's going to be a live stream on YouTube at Young Ripper 59 up until 11:59 p.m. Central Time, so we can see where this campaign ended up. Right now we're at like about, I believe it's 1,250,000, something like that, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I'm just curious to see where it's going to end up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, right now, oh goodness, it's just amazing. It's amazing because so many independent artists wish they could get $1 million campaign. They wish they could get to 100 grand. They're not even doing that. But Eric D. July has done the work. He has been out there grinding. He's got his music. He's been doing political commentary for years and years. He's built an audience. His audience trusts him because he's authentic. He is the genuine individual. He is the genuine article. Eric D. July. Look him up on Twitter. And you can subscribe to his channel on YouTube at Young Ripper 59. And we will see you there Saturday night for the close of Alpha Core #1. Make sure you make your way to the Rippaverse and pick up Alpha Core #1. It's such a fantastic story. It's what they call a police detective drama type thing. Anyway, it's really good, really good, really good, really good. You get to meet some new bad guys. That's always good. Oh, yeah, it's good stuff. I'm here to tell you. Anyway, thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Me love you long time. And I will speak unto you on the next video. Until then, bye-bye, everybody. Yeah.